Dennis Weinberger, who is running for House District 26.
Wow, thank you all for being here. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. So, one of these things doesn't belong, right? But I am here for you. So who am I? I am Ernest Weinberger. I am your Democratic nominee for a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives for Texas Congressional District 26. I'm excited to be here for you, and I tell you, I stand on a lot of shoulders, and many of those shoulders are women. I was the youngest in a family of 6, where my mother followed my dad just every which way we went. I didn't go to the same school for a second year until 8th grade because we moved so much. And I don't know how she managed to, take care of all these kids and be there on the little budget we had and whatnot. But she did a lot. And then the rest were sisters. So I've lived with women quite a bit, and I respect women, and I know that I've learned a lot from them. Now, I know I'm not one. I don't fully understand everything. I try to see you. I try to hear you. I listen, and I'm learning, and I think more men need to do that. Let me tell you about the Republicans. In general, they support big money and big business. Okay, if you support the top 5% in America, how many votes do you get? 5%, right? So they have gone through all kinds of tricks, pitting Americans against Americans, trying to find somebody's #1 care about so they can hook them like a fish and have their vote for forever. And there are so many one-issue voters, and it's just wrong. I've had long-term discussions with somebody, and they always come back to the one thing, and they won't change their vote. So it's up to us. And that means if there's 55% of us, 100% of us need to vote. We need to get out there and make sure the right thing happens. So I also want to send a big shout out to Heather Cox Richardson. I listen to her every day on Facebook, and she has informed me and taught me and helped me to feel like I know at least enough that I can step into this. Okay, I'm a retired naval officer, been out to sea tons and tons while my wife took care of the family and all these different things, and then come back. Finally I retired, and I was lucky to be hired by Texas Instruments, and I was working there for like 28 years, and it was about time for me to retire, thinking, what am I going to do? Well, just kind of a hobby. My wife and I got a little interested in politics, and we went to a candidate forum to find out who we could vote for and start to support and do our part to make things happen. Well, Colin Allred's old district, that's been blue for a few years. There were 8 Democratic candidates trying to go for that office. And they went through the whole meeting introducing us to those candidates and other candidates. And I was happy to meet them all, but then they said the meeting's over. And I said, wait, what? We're in Congressional District 26. Okay, we aren't right now, but we were then. And you haven't showed us those candidates. Did they have a meeting? Did they have to be somewhere else? And they said, no, there is not one. And I said, wait, what? I hate going to vote when you color in a Republican or nothing. I mean, how much fun is that? And so we had a lot of discussions, my wife and I, and it turned out I'm on your steps right now, and I'm going to win. The best the Democrat has done in this seat is 39%. But Roe v. Wade has put a huge, the elimination of Roe v. Wade, right, has put a huge emphasis on this election. And Kamala Harris coming forth as the first woman president, and with all of the experience she has, she is just such a powerful candidate, even if the Republicans did have a candidate, but they don't. So that's another one. Colin Allred coming through with what they call his Texas offense. And Beto O'Rourke has been just crisscrossing the state continuously, registering people and getting out the vote, and we've been getting out the vote. I'm wearing my block walking outfit now, and we've been block walking just all the time. And for the last 12 days, this has been my what do you call it, whole greeting outfit where I've been standing there. And one point I was standing, in my little side of the where people walk through, and the other side was the Trump tent. And a man walks through with his daughter, maybe she was somewhere between 6 and 10. And just as he was walking in front of them, he looks down to her and he says, "These people want to take away your rights. What do you think about that?" And I'm like, you've got that right. So, I'm a dad. I have a daughter. I have other daughters through my blended family. We have 7 grandchildren, all but 2 or 3 are daughters. And it's it's just important that we pass down the right things. And this is huge. The other thing, not to go on too much about it, but there's more things to consider also. The debt, the national debt at $35 trillion. If we let that go on the path it's going, what will it be when my granddaughter is thinking about running for Congress? It's just ridiculous. There's so much to do, and I do appreciate all that's going on. I could probably go on, but one thing I do want to say, what district are we in right now? Anybody know? Congressional district? 13. And who is the Democratic candidate for Congressional District 13? To be announced. Okay, so that's work for us to do. I was very lucky to learn about the opportunity, be at a point in my life where I could just jump in and do it, and be there to change at least one of the 435 seats in the House of Representatives. We need more. We need something from here. And so let's work on that too. So I'm going to find over your congressional candidate for CD26. Thank you very much for having me. I'm happy to support. I'm excited to get up to some legislation and things that we can actually vote on and do. Because the Organic Congress has done nothing. So thank you all for being here.